As of writing this video, Pixar just released their brand new teaser trailer for Toy Story 5, arguably their most anticipated and yet most controversial movie they will release this decade. I've made a couple videos related to Toy Story 5 at this point, and up until now, I was cautiously skeptical with the idea of a fifth movie. On one hand, yeah, a fifth movie for a franchise that had the perfect ending with the third movie and a very conclusive ending at the fourth movie seems totally unnecessary. But at the same time, Pixar so far has not really missed with any of their Toy Story films. I know the fourth movie is a bit of a miss for some of you, but if you ignore the necessity factor of the fourth movie, I personally thought it was a great film overall, and it's probably the best Pixar could have done for a fourth Toy Story film. Now, I will save my opinions for Toy Story 4 for another time, but my point is that I had a bit of hope that Toy Story 5 will be good considering Pixar's track record for the franchise and after hearing details regarding the development of the film. That being said though, this teaser trailer has, to be honest, kind of weakened a bit of optimism I had for this film and for Pixar's future, to be honest. Before I get into the problems I have with this teaser, let's go over the things that I did like and appreciate from it. For one, the trailer definitely makes it clear what this movie will be about, which is of course, the toys fearing that they will become obsolete with the rise of mobile devices. I and a lot of Pixar fans are pretty well aware about this already, but the normal people out there likely never heard about this movie's existence, let alone the premise until now. So for being a form of marketing to the masses, yeah, the trailer did a good job, honestly. Another thing that caught my eye is the animation quality. After watching Toy Story 4, while I did find the animation quality of the film incredible, I personally thought Pixar was approaching the limits of how well they realistically animate toys. With the trailer, the jump in quality is definitely the smallest between movies, but still pretty noticeable to me. It's to the point where Pixar is flying incredibly close to the uncanny valley of animating toys realistically, while still haven't completely fallen into it yet. So yeah, as far as animation goes, and what the movie's about, this teaser illustrates that well, and I'm sure some casual viewer of movies will find the movie interesting because of it. But that's where my bit of praise ends. Now, there isn't anything inherently wrong with this trailer that would make me not want to watch the movie. There's just some confusing things about this trailer that I can't ignore, and these low-key things kind of piss me off that there's no obvious answer to them. One of these are the potato heads, Mr. and Mrs. I know that both of these characters are considered integral to the franchise, and it would make sense that we will see them, but the problem is that the voice actors for the potato heads, Don Rickles and Estella Harris, both passed away in 2017 and 2022 respectively. With this in mind, I can't help but wonder how are they going to incorporate the potato heads into the story. Now, it's possible that these characters will have a limited role like in the fourth movie, and Pixar will rely on previous voice recordings of the voice actors for whenever they have to speak. However, I don't think that would make much sense from a plot perspective considering that unlike in the fourth movie where it heavily focuses on Woody's development, the fifth one will focus heavily on the toys' relationship with Bonnie as a group. So in my mind, the potato heads will have some decently big role in the movie. The alternative then at this point is to hire new voice actors, which I personally think that's what they will do. But it has yet to be seen whether they can probably give the proper performance needed to play these characters. But as far as characters being present in this trailer though, the potato heads are by no means the most confusing. That title actually goes to Woody. As I scrolled through my Twitter timeline, the collective reaction I saw when seeing Woody in the trailer is basically,
What's that? Squidward, we already played Babble Like an Idiot. Why are you still here?
and it's a great question to ask. Anyone who watched the fourth movie would know that Woody split away from the rest of the toys in what is, in my opinion, one of the most heartbreaking scenes in any Pixar movie. The ending of Toy Story 4, while controversial to some, is a very solid conclusion, specifically for Woody's story. But seeing this, I can't help but wonder whether Pixar just decided to retcon that ending, thus making Toy Story 4 even more unnecessary. I get why Woody has to be present in this trailer from a marketing perspective. When you think of Toy Story, you obviously think of Woody and Buzz, and so we have to see them together at some point in this trailer. But still, I really hope that Pixar did not retcon that ending, and the movie provides an explanation for why Woody does make a return that doesn't ruin the ending of the fourth movie. Although, we could speculate why Woody may be back. When I watched the trailer, someone important that I thought would appear is missing, that character being Bo Peep. Granted, her absence from the trailer is not confirmation that she won't be present at all in the film, but her lack of presence would explain why Woody was willing to come back to Bonnie and the rest of the toys. The main reason why Woody left the gang was so he can finally live out his life with Bo and make up for lost time. It would not make much sense for Woody to suddenly change his mind about that life, unless something happened to Bo Peep herself. There's two possible explanations for what could have happened between these two, ranging from kind of sad to heart-wrenchingly sad. I feel like I don't need to explain my point further. Whatever happened to Bo Peep that prevented her from not appearing, it could have a significant role for Woody's arc in this movie, assuming he will have a significant arc at least. You see, one thing to note about this movie is that it was confirmed that Jessie is going to be the main character of this movie. Woody and Buzz will still have major roles, but the movie won't exactly revolve around their development. Funny enough, this detail is actually the one thing that is keeping the bit of hope I have for this movie alive, despite seeing this trailer. A full-length Toy Story movie centered around Jessie is something that we have not seen before. And it does seem fitting given that Woody symbolically gave her that role at the end of the fourth film. When the story revolves around a different character from the previous movies, then the potential for the plot does actually go up in my mind, and it puts less pressure on making sure the arcs of Woody and Buzz are perfect. Still, even with this hefty dose of hopium, I can't ignore the simple fact that the risk Pixar is taking with their most beloved franchise is immense. I'm sure that this movie will do excellent in the box office, probably break $1 billion, even if the movie turns out to be mid, but it's going to hurt a lot for someone like me if this movie turns out to be bad. Also, the other thing that really annoys me about this movie is how it will likely take away valuable marketing resources for promoting Pixar's next original film, Hoppers, which, unlike Toy Story 5, I have some pretty high hopes that it will be good. Hoppers is the movie that I want Pixar to pour in their resources to make sure that movie does well, so it would give Disney the message that original movies are what we want. But sadly, that's probably not gonna happen because Disney right now are in a bit of a panic after seeing their recent original movies flop, particularly Elio, which still hurts me considering that I love that film. Hopefully I'm wrong about that at least, but the chances of that are unlikely. If there's anything that I'm right about, it's usually my doubts regarding Disney. But putting my Disney cynicism aside, I do hope Toy Story 5 turns out good and Pixar lives up to that track record they have. It's a much harder climb to do it now considering what they went through, but there's still a chance at least. But that's what I see from this trailer at least. If you guys have anything to say about the recent Toy Story 5 trailer, feel free to write those thoughts down in the comments below. And please give this video a like, and subscribe for more content like this. With all that said, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you all have a great day. See you in the next one.